Hi everybody, it's Fraboy Master back from Teenage Mutant Ninja Scrubs, and the first build I'm showing you today is the Striker build. I've decided to go for the Striker build because it's the one most people are talking about at the moment, and I thought I'll put that one together, get it out there, and then put it to the side, and I'll start working on some new builds as well. But the build itself is fairly even across firearms, stamina and electronics, and the reason for that is so that I'm able to unlock the talents that are on the Bullfrog, which are destructive and ferocious. And these are obviously damage to elites and enemy armour damage talents on the weapon that will add on to the character stats screen. Now, the enemy armour damage is sitting at 76% and the damage to elites is sitting at 50%. Now, as it's an older saved game for the PTS build, I don't have access to the mods that I've got that have an extra 5% extra enemy armour damage added on, so it is a wee bit less powerful than it could be if I was actually playing the base game myself on this exact same build. So the damage to elites is 50%, extra enemy armour damage is 76%, and also if you're shooting into an enemy and you're able to face tank with this type of build simply because of the amount of health that you get back from the stacks, both the different stacks you get for the 6-piece buff, you are actually able to stack up to, on this build it's showing at 672k on the Bullfrog, but that doesn't account the extra 126% damage that you're actually adding to the build by using enemy armour damage and damage to elites. So if you take it from me, the honest truth is this is one of the most, I wouldn't say that it's OP, but it's a very empowering build. You can face tank enemies and get away with it quite easily and get that extra health, plus also put the enemies down very, very quickly. Their armour absolutely just melts off them. It's very, very satisfying to do. As you can see here, I'm doing just a few goes on the dummy to show you that the power itself goes up to 672k, but if you add another 125% onto that, you're hitting some absolutely crazy numbers, probably about 1.5 million DPS on the sheet if it was going to show you damage to elites and enemy armour damage. As you can see here, I'm going down the sheet just so that you can see everything that's on the character itself. Now, it's not minimised or maximised simply because we can't actually roll anything in the PTS itself. So the build is what it is, and that was by going through about 100 stashes, maybe about maybe about 600 gear set pieces I've went through in order to get maximum rolls for enemy armour damage and damage to elites, along with, you know, assault rifle damage and some critical hit damage and stuff like that as well. And, you know, quite simply, that's about it. It's a fairly even build. You've got some reasonable good skill power there, you get a wee bit of stamina there, and you've got some really, really good firearms there as well. But it's not a stacked set for only firearms or for only skill power or anything like that. It is simply an even made build in order that you can get these talents unlocked from your weapon and obviously have them applied to your character stat sheet. And as you can see here, I'm going to go through each piece, and as you'll probably notice, a lot of the stuff isn't at its maximum roll for the main stat, and that's simply because we're not able to calibrate. So it can be a much more powerful gear set than what I've actually been able to make, but after you've went through 600 gear set pieces, you know, I just thought, yeah, it was time to kind of give up and just show it as it is. Now, I've ran quite a few missions with this, and other stuff like that, and that absolutely is an overpowering build. You are able to take on enemies with confidence, basically, and absolutely burn them down. And as I said, it's not an OP set as such, but it is very empowering, as you do get the extra healing power from it, plus also that crazy amount of damage that you're able to output as well. Again, as I say, you're able to hit up to 672k on stacks, and then you're adding an extra 126% damage on top of that as standard. So you're probably talking about 1,500,000 DPS. As you can see here, just a wee short clip, because I don't want to bore you with me just shooting stuff, but just a wee short clip of me taking out the Bullet King, and you'll be able to see just quite simply how powerful this set is. Whether you're playing solo or in a group, it is very, very satisfying to be able to take on enemies, take all these hits, and know that you're going to put them down before they can put you down. Very, very satisfying indeed. And that's pretty much it for the striker build, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you do, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.